So over the past few weeks, we've seen some of the top Metaverse tokens explode in price after recent news that Facebook was rebranding itself to Meta. Now, since then, we've been seeing the market within the top Metaverse coins actually pulling back and experiencing a slight correction. With that being said, is it too late to currently invest into Metaverse coins, or could this pullback be another opportunity for new investors to onboard the train? In this video, I'll be sharing with you my thoughts on the Metaverse and the top 5 cryptocurrencies to invest in right now. We first had a Bitcoin that came out that became the revolution to currency, the way the banking system actually worked. Shortly after that, we had the DeFi universe where Ethereum was getting its insane pump, and we saw different people utilizing staking pools, liquidity, and having access to other decentralized finance products. After that, we then experienced some of the most enormous NFT waves where we've seen people who had maybe a couple $100s to even $1,000 in their bank account become absolute millionaires from the opportunities that happened from that. Now, this is what I would consider the next fourth great crypto revolution, which is part of the Metaverse. And I believe this is important to note because this applies to the existing market of all the different innovations that we've experienced before. In terms of the velocity on what may have the most amount of impact, all of that is subjective. But I think right now, going into the Metaverse, combining all of the different innovations that we've experienced in the past, this could literally be the next biggest thing. Why is the Metaverse so important? What is it? Why is this something that you should care about? And then what cryptos should you be looking into next? So the crypto metaverse is an immersive virtual world where people can socialize, play games, and work inside of the universe. So the metaverse is important because it can change the way we experience things around us. It can allow for people to have limitless possibilities not confined by the world. People right now are priced out of real world things such as real estate. The housing market is insanely expensive, and now people are looking towards digital assets because they're seeing more opportunity in that space. I also found this really great quote from Janine Yorio, head of real estate at Republic, and she states, "Buying land today in virtual worlds feels a lot like buying land in Manhattan in 1750. Within the metaverse, what can you be doing in order to make sure that you are proactive? How can you stay early? How can you have your eggs placed in the right baskets for them to hatch and for you to earn some rewards? So this is actually going to come down to crypto games, and we need to talk about crypto games versus AAA video games as well. According to this definition here, within the video game industry, AAA is an informal classification used to categorize games produced and distributed by mid-size or major publishers. AAA games are known to be some of the most high-quality video games, and you wouldn't be able to tell the difference between anything above that. So how do crypto games actually compare to the gold standard of the AAA games that exist today? Well, first of all, you can actually generate income while playing a game if it's based on a blockchain technology, which crypto games are. These blockchain-based NFT games also allow for you to purchase virtual land, in-game items, and collectibles to be traded on the open market. On top of that, players can also get real ownership within the gaming industry, where in traditional games, players really can't purchase things and own them. It's still owned by the actual central entity. So the reason why play-to-earn games are creating a positive impact is because it's democratizing a revenue stream for individuals, such as what we've seen with Axie Infinity, where other emerging economies have a more magnified financial impact. The way that this worked was a few months back, even when the whole crypto market was going down, Axie Infinity, a metaverse related game, was the one that was outpacing the market. It was doing well when everything seemed to be crashing. Now, on top of that, we actually heard some amazing stories of people in less developed countries having these huge opportunities to make money in the market like you wouldn't experience before. Now, a disclaimer before starting the video, you have to keep in mind that we are at new all-time highs in this crypto market. For the purpose of this video, I do also want to mention I don't have any investments in these tokens during the time of filming this video, and when I do enter my positions, it will be after I publish this content to avoid any pump and dump type of schemes that we've seen happen with other YouTube channels in the crypto space. Like always, make sure to do your own research as well and not follow blindly to anyone's advice. This video is going to be an amazing place to start, and after watching this, I highly encourage you to do some more research on these projects before consider investing. Crypto number 1 on this list is going to be Decentraland, also known as Mana. Decentraland is an Ethereum-powered virtual reality platform where in this metaverse, you can actually purchase land that you can use to flip, build on, and monetize. Decentraland is one of the first and most established multiplayer role-playing metaverse games and is one of the fastest growing crypto-based virtual games in the world. Within this, there's only 90,000 parcels with 36,000 parcels dedicated to community districts. This means just like in the real world, land is limited limited. It's a resource that's scarce and one of the fundamental drivers of the value of Decentraland today. Each piece of land can be purchased with mana and is represented as an NFT with its own unique digital signature to showcase proof of ownership with this asset. In order to purchase land in the game, you would need to hold some mana first. Now, if you still don't really understand Decentraland or mana or even the principles of being able to buy NFTs within a metaverse, just think about it like this. If you've ever played Fortnite, if you've ever played Warzone, if you've ever played League of Legends and you went ahead and bought skin using COD points, using real US dollars, that type of skin you own in the game isn't actually yours. Whenever you make a purchase in the metaverse or you help mint a new design, a new skin, a new piece of art, you essentially have ownership for that. And that money's not going to these big corporations. It can go right back into your wallet. People who love video games and often get told, hey, stop wasting your time playing video games. You're going to go broke. You're not making money. That argument isn't really going to exist in the near future when Metaverse really seems to roll ahead and people are able to monetize their hobbies as well. Now, the question is, can you really make a lot of money though buying and selling land that isn't actually tangible in the physical world? Well, according to this article, the answer is yes. Over on MarketWatch, there was an article that came out in 2018 that people were making more than 500% buying property that didn't actually exist. Now, in this article, they mentioned Decentraland, which at the time, an individual said he put $60,000 in, and at the current moment, he says he owns 450 land, which is worth over $350,000. Keep in mind, this was in 2018. The value of land has absolutely exploded. This person on the minimum is a multi-millionaire from his choice just a few years back. What's even more fascinating is that once you get your own land, you can create other interactive systems such as opening your own art gallery with NFTs or creating a casino, which is also paying real people to staff the virtual job. You can also develop games and even have your own music venue and clubs to have other people pay to enjoy DJs and concerts through their avatars. So year to date, the NFT market cap has grown by over 1,785% since 2021, with even more celebrities and larger companies entering the space. Now, with all those benefits, there are still some disadvantages that you should at least be aware about. After playing the game, for me, the interface did feel a bit clunky, and not only that, but the player interaction felt pretty disengaging as well, and I definitely felt as if I was playing a game with Decentraland that came out from the early 2000s. You do also have to keep in mind constant upgrades are being made though, and Decentraland is not a crypto that is going to blow you away with life-changing graphics and user experience, but it's a project that has been around since the beginning of the statement of Metaverse, and Decentraland is still among one of the major players in the Metaverse world. When you have large institutions, even like Grayscale right now, investing into the project, I'm very confident long-term that this is still going to be positive growth to anyone's portfolio. While the fundamentals and investor backing are top tier for this project, we also need to understand the tokenomics and technical analysis to get a good idea of its entry. I went ahead and found a great Twitter thread breaking this down and explaining the tokenomics for Mana Token right here. So on screen right here, this is what you need to know for Mana Token. They state a shared value incentive model to build a powerful and collaborative Decentraland community. So Mana is going to be the in-world currency of Decentraland, and it gets used through the marketplace, which is burnt. You get governance tokens where you can vote and make decisions alongside others. You can buy names, wearables, land art, and many other cases are still being explored. Founders went ahead and created wealth for themselves in the community by increasing the utility of Mana throughout Decentraland and implementing burn mechanisms to increase the value of the token. Now going down, they actually state more about how the burn had actually occurred back in 2020 of August, and you'll notice that the team has done a great job of making sure that it is still very equitable in terms of the economics of this project. They say 100 mana burnt for every avatar name claim, and even during that time, over 19,000 were claimed, which resulted in almost 2 million mana being burned. Now, at the time of filming this video, Decentraland is currently sitting at $3.25, and yesterday there was a bit of a buying opportunity with Bitcoin pulling back and seeing Decentraland fall to $2.81. The bounce back was quick, and whenever we get these type of fire sales in the market, you want to be ready for an opportunity to strike, because that's just free money right there. So if we were to compare Mana at a $4.2 billion market cap to a similar game like Roblox, which is currently at a $62 billion market cap, we could see a 11.74x on your investment right now. If you are interested in purchasing Decentraland, you can find them available on Coinbase using my link down below. I also worked out a deal with Coinbase to give any new users who use my link down below in the description, and an additional $10 in free Bitcoin down below. On top of that, Coinbase even allows you to earn additional interest on certain assets just by holding them on their app. Now, the second crypto on this list is going to be Sandbox. So this crypto here is actually very similar to the mechanisms of Decentraland. And if I were to compare this to Decentraland, I would imagine this game to be a much more modern and refined version of our last pick. Simply put, Sandbox is a gaming platform that allows users to create their own world. Sandbox was originally made to be a mobile app game and was even rated one of Apple's App Store's best of 2012. And once they were acquired in 2018 and given blockchain-based protocols, we've seen this game get taken to the very next level. Now, just because a project seems better, it doesn't always happen to be the case. With Sandbox, I see this having higher potential returns, but also carrying much more risk. Because Decentraland has been around for a longer time, I believe that project can be a much better long-term hold, and the risk may also be lower as well. Now, before we dive into more of my research on this token, let's actually break down what Sand is all about. So Sandbox is also an Ethereum-based project that emphasizes its decentralized aspects and allows players to buy or rent virtual properties. Not only that, but players around the world can experiment with games, including building, owning, and earning them as well. Sandbox focuses on user-generated content and has a tight ecosystem of 3 factors. So number 1 is Voxdit, which is a 3D tool that allows users to create and animate objects such as animals, peoples, and buildings to then sell on the Sandbox marketplace as an asset. Number 2 is the marketplace, where similar to eBay or most other exchange platforms, users can buy, trade, or sell different NFTs to use within the app. And last but not least, the Sandbox Game Maker, where anyone can build 3D games for free to use them on a piece of land, can happen in the virtual world. Sandbox is one of several metaverse projects that are focusing on changing the dynamic between the users, creators of the game, and the gaming platform. This project's paving way for a new market which players own the products they create and then are rewarded in real money as well, similar to what we discussed earlier. This is a fine example of why crypto games are much more superior to centralized games that we have known about. The simple principle of being able to earn money while playing games will shape the way we see the gaming industry forever. With regards to partnerships, Sandbox has also been crushing it with active participants such as OpenSea, The Walking Dead, Atari, Binance, Snoop Dogg, Ultra, CoinMarketCap, South China Morning Post, Wax, Maker, CryptoKitties, Opera, and Flow. Seeing these many reputable companies and brands, I am very bullish on this project as well. In terms of its tokenomics, Sand is pretty straightforward. So the Sandbox has its native token called Sand, which is also used for 3 purposes. 1, it serves as a medium of exchange for in-game transactions. Number 2, it allows for governance, where token holders can vote on updates, and is also used to purchase land and building in-game assets as well. The tokenomic structure for Sand works like this. 5% of all Sand token transaction volume is charged as a transaction fee, with half the profits going to the Sandbox Foundation and the other half of the revenue put into staking rewards. Sandbox's market cap is currently at $2.5 billion, and the technicals are looking pretty good. So according to this chart here, you'll notice that Sand is actually in a pullback right now between $2 and $2.50, which is a support area in an attractive entry for this uptrend, with resistance at the $3.50 level. In the past 1 year, they have already gone up 100%, but I don't think this is the top of the market for this project at all yet. We've seen other cryptocurrencies in the market go past 100x multiple times in their growth. Take as an example Axie Infinity, one of the top metaverse tokens that's actually up 23,000% in the last 1 year as well. The amazing part of cryptocurrency is that the opportunity seems to be endless. You can continue to make astronomical gains, and it is not outside the realm of possibilities that you would find yourself getting limited within at least other traditional markets. Now, unfortunately, Sandbox is not yet listed on Coinbase, but they are available on Crypto.com, Binance, and Gemini. I'll have additional links in the description for those exchanges as well down below. Now, the third crypto on my list has a third of the market cap as Sandbox, and this means you can expect to see even more amplified risk to reward ratio, and this crypto is Illuvium. So Illuvium is one of the first AAA open world fantasy battle games built off the Ethereum blockchain. The way this game works is that there are creatures known as Illuvials who can be captured by players and used to battle and compete against one another. The cinematics, storyline, and graphics of Illuvium look absolutely phenomenal to me, and if we compare this to the legacy of what Pokemon did for all of our generations, this could really be huge. With blockchain-based elements being implemented and players being able to earn in-game achievements, which results in real money being made, and also participate in the governance of this game, this may have all the elements of what the next big crypto game could be. So what makes this project so unique? And this is the fact that Illuvium is a fully 3D environment designed by world-class artists to make it feel like it's a real AAA game title. So I would compare Illuvium over to Axie Infinity just because of the many similarities that they share. They both have a strong gamified DeFi element, but Illuvium seems to have much more potential in the market in my opinion. So Illuvium is currently sitting at $1,045 at the time of filming this video. They have a market cap of $671 million and a total supply of 7 million ILV. Just 1 year ago, they were priced at $55 per token, and right now it is currently still at over $1,000. If we were to compare the market cap of Illuvium, which I believe is a more enhanced version of Axie Infinity, which is still pretty underrated, you could find a 12x on your investment right now. So there's a lot that goes into the tokenomics of Illuvium, but to keep this short for the scope of this video, it's good. It's actually pretty good, and I believe Illuvium has some of the healthiest economics for the crypto project. Illuvium's circulating supply will remain constant until March 2022. The senior management for this project has to lock their tokens in for an additional 2 years. As long as the hype within these projects stay constant and we see many developments being made, and we also see Bitcoin continuing to accumulate slowly to the upside, I'm confident that projects like this will make you a ton of money as well. Now, the fourth crypto on my list is going to be Star Atlas. I'm very excited about this game because unlike the first three, this project is built over on the Solana blockchain, which has been absolutely crushing it this past year as a layer 1 solution in transaction fees, speed, and reliability. Star Atlas is a futuristic space exploration game where players side with factions to create civilizations and intergalactic economies. In addition to that, players can use the Atlas token where they can buy and sell in-game assets to mine resources, buy equipment, and battle in various gaming scenarios in deep space. Now, for me personally, I have loved anything related to outer space. I was a huge Star Wars fan growing up. One of my favorite movies is also Intergalactic, and actually seeing the graphics of this game, it really made me so excited to be knowledgeable in this space. Now, Star Atlas is set to take place in the year 2620, and if I were to choose one game to play, this would probably be it. The role-playing aspect and game mechanisms of space exploration and dominating other territories has always been one of my dreams. Now I can do it legally within the appropriate confines of the metaverse. Star Atlas uses state-of-the-art technologies to create stunning visuals and very impressive gameplay to not just be a AAA level MMO, but a universe where players can truly do whatever they want and make money doing it as well. Star Atlas is already thinking of real-life economic principles such as insurance in taking dangerous missions or lending money through Jet Protocol, which is also one of Solana's top DeFi lending protocols. During the time of filming this video, Star Atlas is at 15 cents, and even in the last 1 year, we haven't seen that huge explosion like we've seen with other metaverse and crypto gaming projects. So Star Atlas is currently sitting at 15 cents at a $300 million market cap, and to be honest, I do wish the tokenomics was a bit better for this project. The retail allocation is low, and there's a possible token unlock before the game actually releases, and the allocation for the Star Atlas team is at 30%, which is quite high compared to most other projects in the space. Now, I do wish the roadmap was a bit more clear in their presentation on exactly what they have coming up. Now, granted, Star Atlas is really early into the space, and it might be a bit too early for us to really know what may happen. At the moment, you can't actually play the full game, and we really don't have an idea of if this game will be anything like they teased in the trailer. I do want to mention I would consider this a much more riskier and speculative investment until we can see some real gameplay and have a definitive answer on the quality that they've promised to their users. On the off chance this is an overhyped speculation, I don't want you to put your entire life savings into cryptos like this or anything at all until you do your your own research. Now, with that being said, if they are able to accomplish that roadmap and make their promises come true, this means we're still very early in the development of this game, and this is a huge opportunity in the space that you don't want to miss out on as well. Now, last but not least, on this list at a $280 million market cap, we have Wilder World. So Wilder World is definitely an even riskier play just because of how small the market cap is, but I wouldn't sleep on this project just because it's off many people's radar. Wilder World wants to create an immersive 5D universe built on Ethereum and powered solely by NFTs. Now, imagine a project like Grand Theft Auto or Need for Speed where you can race other people using vehicles that are your own NFTs that you build that have abilities through that metaverse. How cool would it be if the car that you minted was something that you could use to beat others, take their cars, and then continue to build your own empire while also getting real estate, getting more art, and making real money. Now, although Wilder World has a long ways to go, I do believe if they are able to complete their roadmap, this can still be a very successful pick long term as well. Virtual worlds and Decentraland games are at the forefront of the next crypto revolution and are poised to continue growing as the space matures. Given the fundamental structures of social consensus around the world valuing real estate at an all-time high and the current rate of inflation that we're seeing in this economy, I expect this space to be dominated, and we are still very early into it. Now, guys, if you did make it this far into the video, just want to say congratulations, because by now you should have an inspired watch list of your own metaverse cryptos to be on the lookout for. Now, at the end of every video, I also do like a thing where y'all comment down a secret word. Comment down below fire so I know that you're a real one that made it all the way till the end as well. If you enjoyed this video, show me some love by helping us hit 1 million subscribers by the end of this year. We're awfully close, and I'd love for you guys to be a part of that Jung Nation. Now, if you want to be extra early with some of our golden picks and also be part of an amazing community, check out the link to our Patreon down below, where you'll have exclusive VIP access into our Discord with our group of researchers and other like-minded investors in the space. Spots will fill up soon, so join before it sells out. On top of that, don't forget to stay protected and keep your internet connection secure. If you're investing into crypto, please make sure you do this. Check out one of the best VPN services that I personally use, which is Surfshark, and they agreed to give our viewers 4 months free and 83% off if you use my link down below. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter if you have not done so already, and I hope you guys have an amazing day. Have a great one, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Peace out.